Hello, dear friends. I'm Alder Santos, and welcome to our channel, Baseball Legends. When we talk about great transformations in the world of baseball, few names shine as brightly as Tim Wakefield's. In a sport where speed and power are often celebrated, Wakefield took a completely different path, earning respect and admiration through one of the most unpredictable and mysterious pitches ever seen, the knuckleball. His journey proves that genius doesn't always follow traditional paths, and that sometimes true greatness arises from the courage to reinvent oneself when everything seems lost. Originally drafted as a hitter, Wakefield faced a pivotal moment when he realized his career might end before it even took off. It was then that, by mastering the almost forgotten art of the knuckleball, he turned the tide in his favor and built one of the longest and most respected careers in Major League Baseball history. From a surprising debut with the Pittsburgh Pirates to becoming an eternal icon with the Boston Red Sox, his journey is filled with emotional moments, overcome challenges, and valuable lessons about adaptation, resilience, and perseverance. Watch this video until the end and leave your thoughts in the comments about Tim Wakefield's incredible journey. We want to know, what was the most memorable moment of his career for you? Join the conversation. But Tim Wakefield's story goes far beyond statistics and awards. It's the story of a man who defied all odds, embraced uncertainty, and used an unpredictable weapon to leave an everlasting legacy. Get ready to dive into the life of one of the greatest knuckleball specialists the sport has ever seen. A true symbol that sometimes success is born exactly where others only see limitations. Tim Wakefield never imagined that his professional baseball career will be defined by such an unusual pitch as the knuckleball. When he was selected by the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 1988 draft, he was seen as a promising first baseman, known for his batting skills and solid presence in the infield. However, shortly after beginning his journey in the minor leagues, it became clear that his offensive potential might not be enough to carry him to the major leagues as a hitter. Struggles to maintain a consistent batting average put his career at risk early on, forcing Wakefield to consider alternative ways to stay in the game he loved so deeply. Determined not to give up on his dream of playing Major League Baseball, Wakefield began exploring unconventional options. During this period of uncertainty, the Pirates' coaching staff noticed that he could naturally throw a knuckleball, a pitch famous for its unpredictability and, when executed well, extremely difficult to hit. Encouraged to develop this skill, Wakefield fully committed to mastering the knuckleball, training relentlessly to control one of the hardest pitches in the game. This bold decision would become the turning point of his career and shape his entire future trajectory. The adaptation process wasn't easy. Learning to fully trust the knuckleball required a radical shift in mindset for Wakefield. While other pitchers focused on power and traditional control, he had to embrace the erratic nature of his pitch. Every training session was a lesson in patience and persistence, as the knuckleball is highly sensitive to external factors like wind and humidity. Yet Wakefield, with his calm and determined personality, proved to be the perfect fit for this challenge. Over time, he not only managed to better control his knuckleball, but also developed unwavering confidence in using it as his primary weapon. In 1992, Wakefield's transformation began to bear fruit. After demonstrating success in the minor leagues as a knuckleball pitcher, he was called up by the Pirates and made an immediate impact in the rotation. In his rookie season, he recorded an impressive 8-1 win-loss record with an extremely low earned run average, ERA. His performance in that year's playoffs, especially in the National League Championship Series, solidified his reputation as a reliable pitcher under high-pressure situations. Wakefield proved that his decision to reinvent his career not only saved his future in baseball, but also turned him into a rising star. Despite his initial success, Wakefield's career would not follow a straight path. After struggling with consistency in the following years, he was released by the Pirates. However, this setback paved the way for the most iconic chapter of his professional life: his arrival at the Boston Red Sox. It was in Boston that Wakefield became a legend, but it all started with the courage to change course at the right moment. His early failure as a first baseman was overshadowed by his resilience and vision to reinvent himself as a knuckleball pitcher, offering a powerful lesson of adaptation and perseverance in the sports world. The beginning of Tim Wakefield's career is a powerful example of how obstacles can be transformed into opportunities. Many athletes would have abandoned their careers when faced with such significant setbacks, but Wakefield chose to reinvent himself, embracing a unique playing style that few dared to attempt. This decision, marked by courage and tireless dedication to improvement, not only extended his career, but also led him to become one of the most respected knuckleball specialists in baseball history. His early journey stands as an inspiring testimony about never giving up in the face of challenges and always being open to transformation in pursuit of one's dreams. Mastering the knuckleball is what transformed Tim Wakefield from an uncertain prospect into an iconic figure within Major League Baseball. While most pitchers relied on powerful fastballs or sharp sliders, Wakefield chose a radically different path. The knuckleball, famous for its erratic and nearly unpredictable movement, demanded a completely distinct approach. More than strength, it required sensitivity, patience, and an almost unshakable confidence. Wakefield not only mastered the technique of throwing a consistent knuckleball, but also developed emotional mastery over the game, accepting that, no matter how well he threw it, complete control was impossible. This acceptance of unpredictability was one of the biggest reasons for his enduring success. With his baffling floating pitch, Wakefield quickly established himself as a nightmare for hitters. They never knew exactly where the ball would go. Sometimes it would dive abruptly, other times it would seem to gently glide out of the strike zone. This constant uncertainty factor made Wakefield one of the toughest pitchers to face, especially since his knuckleball disrupted timing and rhythm patterns within a game. Batters accustomed to the speed and timing of fastballs found themselves disoriented, often taking awkward swings or being forced to guess the ball's trajectory. Wakefield skillfully exploited this, crafting long and frustrating innings for his opponents. Beyond the difficulty hitters had dealing with his pitch, mastering the knuckleball allowed Wakefield to enjoy a rare longevity for a pitcher. While many pitchers lost effectiveness as their velocity declined after age 30, Wakefield maintained his competitiveness well into his 40s thanks to the less physically demanding nature of his pitching style. His extended career made him a crucial piece for the Boston Red Sox, whether as a starter or a reliever, always ready to fill gaps in the rotation or bullpen. His ability to change the pace of a game, save his teammates' arms, and face entire lineups using just as knuckleball solidified his unique value in an era increasingly dominated by speed. Tim Wakefield didn't just master the knuckleball. He helped redefine how modern baseball viewed this type of pitcher. While the knuckleball had long been seen as a curiosity or a last resort for struggling careers, Wakefield gave it legitimacy through consistency and excellence. He proved that with hard work, mental toughness, and dedication to the craft, the knuckleball could not only save careers, it could shape legacies. His success inspired future generations of pitchers who, when faced with adversity, saw the knuckleball not as a gimmick, but as an art form capable of opening doors to lasting contributions in the sport. Tim Wakefield made his long-awaited Major League Baseball debut in 1992 with the Pittsburgh Pirates and immediately captured the league's attention with his completely unconventional pitching style. In an era dominated by powerful fastballs and sharp sliders, Wakefield appeared almost anachronistic, relying on his unpredictable knuckleball to deceive hitters. Little known outside the Pirates' inner circles, he quickly became a sensation, proving that his approach could not only be effective but dominant. His debut marked a moment of hope for the Pirates, who were seeking stability in their pitching rotation while striving to remain a force in the National League. During the 1992 regular season, Wakefield established himself as one of the team's most reliable pitchers. In just 13 starts, he compiled an 8-1 record with an impressive 2.15 ERA. His ability to pitch deep into games and keep hitters constantly uncomfortable was a crucial asset for Pittsburgh. Unlike many rookies who often fluctuate between highs and lows during their first seasons, Wakefield showed uncommon maturity on the mound. He quickly earned the respect of his teammates and coaches, who saw in him not just a short-term solution, but a potentially long-term fixture for the franchise's future. Wakefield's impact became even more evident during the 1992 playoffs. In the National League Championship Series against the Atlanta Braves, Wakefield was called upon to play a vital role. He shined in his appearances, winning 2 crucial games in the series and keeping the powerful Braves off balance with his baffling knuckleball. His playoff performance solidified his reputation as a pitcher capable of handling pressure in high-stakes moments, a rare trait for such a young player in the MLB. Although the Pirates eventually lost the series in one of the most dramatic decisions in baseball history, Wakefield had become one of the standout figures of that postseason run. Wakefield's initial impact with the Pirates was so impressive that he quickly became one of baseball's brightest young promises. His ability to completely alter the dynamics of a game and force hitters to adjust their strategies was something few pitchers could offer. Even with the challenges he would face in the following years, that beginning in Pittsburgh stood as a testament to the unique potential his knuckleball carried. For Pirates fans, he represented innovation, hope, and the thrilling unpredictability that only baseball can deliver. A living reminder of how a single player can capture the imagination of an entire city. After a brief period of uncertainty in his career, Tim Wakefield found his true home with the Boston Red Sox in 1995, beginning one of the franchise's most enduring and inspiring stories. Boston offered Wakefield not just a new opportunity, but the perfect stage for his career as a knuckleball pitcher to flourish. In his first season with the Red Sox, he quickly stood out, recording 16 wins and helping lead the team to the postseason. His arrival was a breath of fresh air for a team desperately needing stability on the mound, and his immediate impact won over both fans and teammates. Over his 17 seasons in Boston, Wakefield solidified his reputation as one of the Red Sox's most dependable and durable players. He became synonymous with resilience and dedication, adapting his role as the team's needs changed. Wakefield was a starter, reliever, and even an emergency pitcher, always willing to put the team's needs ahead of his personal statistics. His knuckleball remained a mystery to opposing hitters, and even in seasons when his performance fluctuated, his value to the team's structure was undeniable. His ability to eat innings and preserve the bullpen made him a crucial piece during many critical moments for Boston. Among his many achievements, Wakefield was an essential part of the historic roster that broke the curse of the Bambino in 2004, helping the Red Sox win their first World Series title in 86 years. Though his contributions in the postseason came with highs and lows, including moments of enormous pressure, his willingness to accept any challenge, regardless of the situation, made him a quiet hero of that triumph. Wakefield would also become a two-time World Series champion, again in 2007, and his accomplishments on and off the field further cemented his status as a true franchise legend. Over the years, he accumulated impressive numbers, finishing his career among the Red Sox's all-time leaders in wins, starts, and innings pitched. Tim Wakefield's legacy in Boston goes far beyond the numbers. He was admired for his humility, his community spirit, and his unwavering loyalty to the team and the city. His relationship with Red Sox fans was unique. He was seen as one of their own, someone who fought, persevered, and triumphed with dignity. Even after his retirement in 2012, Wakefield continued to represent the Red Sox as a team ambassador and an active figure in charitable causes. His legendary career stands as a lasting example of how commitment, versatility, and passion can transform a player into an icon, and his name remains etched among the most respected in the franchise's rich history. Tim Wakefield's durability was one of the hallmarks of his career, largely due to the unique nature of his pitching style. The knuckleball, unlike traditional pitches, which place brutal physical strain on the arm and shoulder, the knuckleball allows a pitcher to perform much longer, preserving both health and effectiveness. Wakefield took advantage of this better than almost anyone else in baseball history. While many of his contemporaries faced surgeries and steep declines in performance, he remained active and competitive for nearly 2 decades, establishing himself as a model of longevity for pitchers. Over his career, Wakefield accumulated more than 200 wins in Major League Baseball, an impressive feat for any pitcher, even more so for someone who had to reinvent himself early in his professional journey. His 17 years with the Boston Red Sox are a testament to his consistency and adaptability. He was rarely sidelined by injuries, and even during less stellar periods, his ability to eat up innings was seen as an invaluable asset to the team. Wakefield wasn't just an occasional pitcher. He was the rock upon which many Red Sox seasons were built. Another remarkable aspect of Wakefield's longevity was his ability to adapt to the natural changes that come with aging. As his speed and physical endurance declined, he refined the art of the knuckleball even further, relying on subtlety, unpredictable movement, and the experience he had accumulated over the years. This allowed him to remain productive even in the later stages of his career, when most players had either retired or faded from prominence. His constant presence on the mound served as an inspiration to younger teammates, who saw in him a clear example of how intelligence and preparation could extend a career. Beyond what he did on the field, the way Wakefield took care of his body and mind was also essential to his durability. He understood the importance of physical preparation tailored to the specific needs of his pitching style and cultivated a balanced mental approach that helped him navigate the natural ups and downs of a long career. His journey is not just a story about mastering a rare pitch, but also about discipline, patience, and love for the game. Tim Wakefield proved that in baseball, Longevity isn't just a matter of luck or genetics. It's a combination of smart choices, hard work, and genuine passion for sport. Tim Wakefield played a crucial role in the Boston Red Sox's postseason campaigns, serving as a reliable and versatile presence during high-pressure moments. His ability to pitch deep into games and maintain his composure under adversity made him a valuable asset to the coaching staff, especially in the playoffs, when every game carries immense weight. Even with the unpredictable nature of the knuckleball, Wakefield was often called upon for tough assignments, whether as a starter or in relief, and he responded with professionalism and courage. His contribution wasn't just in the numbers, but also in the confidence he instilled in the roster. One of the most iconic moments of his career came during the 2003 playoffs when he faced the powerful New York Yankees in the ALCS. Although he suffered a painful loss in Game 7, pitching in an emergency situation and giving up the decisive home run to Aaron Boone, his willingness to step into the game under those circumstances revealed his team-first spirit. Wakefield never put his ego ahead of the team, and even in one of the toughest moments of his career, he earned respect for his bravery. What seemed like a low point ultimately became motivation for the following season, one of the most historic in franchise history. In 2004, Wakefield played a vital role in the Red Sox's legendary comeback against the Yankees in the ALCS, when the team became the first in MLB history to overcome a 0-3 deficit in a best-of-7 series. Although his role was mostly behind the scenes after the early games, his strategic contribution and leadership in the clubhouse were essential. He sacrificed a potential start to allow the team to reorganize its rotation, once again showing his selflessness. When the Red Sox finally won the World Series that year, ending an 86-year drought, Wakefield was one of the first players to be celebrated, not just for his on-field performance, but for everything he symbolized to the organization. Beyond 2004, Wakefield continued to be a constant presence in the Red Sox's postseason runs, offering stability and experience at crucial moments. His ability to handle the pressure of the playoffs, combined with his deep knowledge of the game and the trust of the coaching staff, made him an indispensable figure during every critical phase he was part of. Even when he didn't shine in the box scores, his influence was felt in the details, in the way he prepared his teammates, in his calmness before the cameras, and in his complete commitment to the team. Few players embodied the spirit of sacrifice and dedication in October as well as Tim Wakefield. Tim Wakefield's career is a striking example of adaptation and resilience in professional baseball. From a moment he reinvented himself as a knuckleball pitcher after struggles as a hitter, Wakefield demonstrated a remarkable ability to embrace change and thrive in it. Throughout his journey, he faced numerous ups and downs, both in individual performance and in the team's needs. Rather than clinging to a single role, Wakefield embraced flexibility as an essential part of his identity with the Boston Red Sox, always ready to adjust to the demands of the moment. This ability to reinvent himself was especially evident during critical moments of the season, when Wakefield would shift between roles as a starter, long reliever, and even closer, depending on what the situation required. His willingness to step out of his comfort zone was one of the factors that prolonged his career and solidified his importance within the roster. In an era when many players struggled to accept role changes, especially established veterans, Wakefield never hesitated to put the team's needs ahead of his personal preferences. That humility and adaptability earned him the unwavering respect of his coaches, teammates, and fans. Even during periods when his performance numbers were not the most impressive, Wakefield maintained his value through mental resilience and the ability to overcome adversity. He knew that the knuckleball was inherently unpredictable and that tough days were inevitable. But instead of getting discouraged, he focused on bouncing back quickly and maintaining confidence. This next game, next opportunity mindset was key to his long-term success and served as an inspiring example for young players who observe his conduct in the clubhouse and on the mound. By the end of his career, Wakefield was recognized not just for his accomplishments on the field, but also for the way he faced challenges. His constant adaptation to changes within the team and in his own body, along with his ability to accept new roles selflessly, defined his legacy as much as his victories or statistical contributions. Tim Wakefield showed that, in baseball and in life, true greatness often lies not in the absence of difficulties, but in how we respond to them. His journey stands as a living testament to the power of resilience, humility, and continuous dedication to his team and the sport he loved. Throughout his illustrious career, Tim Wakefield earned not only the respect of his peers, but also formal accolades celebrating his excellence both on and off the field. In 2009, as a testament to his longevity and consistent performance, Wakefield was selected to the Major League Baseball All-Star Game for the first time. At 42 years old, he became one of the oldest players ever selected for the event, a testament to his ability to remain competitive in a league increasingly dominated by younger athletes. His presence at the All-Star Game was a well-deserved tribute to years of dedication, versatility, and quiet contributions to his team's success. That recognition reinforced that, even without constant spotlights, Wakefield was regarded as one of MLB's great professionals. Beyond his sporting achievements, Wakefield also distinguished himself remarkably off the field. In 2010, he was awarded the prestigious Roberto Clemente Award, one of baseball's highest honors, given to the player who best exemplifies sportsmanship, community involvement, and philanthropy. The award recognized decades of Wakefield's work with social causes, particularly his efforts with sick children and charitable organizations in Boston and throughout New England. His commitment to helping others was as steady as his presence on the mound, showing that his legacy extended far beyond statistics and victories. Winning the Roberto Clemente Award solidified his image as a true ambassador of the sport, and as someone who deeply understood the transformative role athletes can play in their communities. Tim Wakefield's impact on baseball extends far beyond his stats and titles. He helped keep alive the legacy of the knuckleball, one of the sport's most enigmatic and difficult pitches. In an era where most pitchers prioritize speed and power, Wakefield demonstrated that intelligence, control, and patience could be equally effective paths to success. His ability to use the knuckleball to build a long and productive career inspired young pitchers, many of whom might not have fit the traditional MLB scouting model, to view this unique technique as a legitimate opportunity to make history in the sport. With his calm demeanor and instructive approach, Wakefield also helped demystify the pitch, often advising and encouraging new talent to persevere in mastering the difficult art of the knuckleball. Even after his retirement, Wakefield's legacy as a master of the knuckleball continued to resonate. His success served as a bridge that kept alive an almost endangered tradition within professional baseball. Inspired by his journey, players like R.A. Dickey, who would also become a renowned knuckleballer, publicly acknowledged Wakefield's importance in preserving and popularizing the pitch. More than just keeping a technique alive, Wakefield left an important lesson for future generations. That success in MLB can take many forms, and that perseverance, adaptability, and the courage to forge a non-traditional path are as valuable as raw talent. His influence helped ensure that the knuckleball remains a fascinating and unpredictable part of the game. Off the field, Tim Wakefield built a reputation as admirable as his baseball career, standing out for his deep commitment to social causes and the positive impact he had on the community. He was widely recognized for his constant involvement with charities, such as Pitching In for Kids, which helps underprivileged children, and his strong partnership with the Jimmy Fund, supporting cancer research and patients at Boston's Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Wakefield didn't just lend his name to these causes. He devoted time, resources, and personal energy, actively participating in events, visiting hospitals, and organizing charitable campaigns. His connection with the city of Boston went far beyond the fields of Fenway Park. He became a beloved figure, seen as an example of how athletes can use their platform to drive real, lasting change. His humanitarian work was so impactful that it earned him the prestigious Roberto Clemente Award, recognizing not only his talent as a player, but also his excellence as a human being, further solidifying his legacy both on and off the baseball field. Tim Wakefield taught us that in sports, as in life, the most obvious path is not always the one that leads to success. When his chances as a hitter seemed limited, he didn't give up. He reinvented himself almost miraculously, embracing an unconventional craft and mastering it to the point of transforming his trajectory forever. The knuckleball, a pitch difficult to control and even harder to hit, became the embodiment of Wakefield's courage, an unexpected and unpredictable weapon, yet extremely effective. His story reminds us that innovation and adaptability can be just as powerful as brute strength or natural talent. His long career, marked by victories, resilience, and dedication, is a true testament to perseverance. In a sport where youth and power are often celebrated, Wakefield proved that intelligence, patience, and a deep love for the game can sustain a victorious journey for decades. He defied time, continuing to be productive and valuable long after many of his contemporaries had hung up their gloves. Every knuckleball he threw was a reminder that excellence can take unexpected forms and that there is beauty in uniqueness. Beyond the numbers, victories, and titles, Wakefield built an admirable human legacy. His work off the field, his involvement in social causes, and his willingness to always help others showed that he was much more than a great athlete. He was also a great human being. Receiving the Roberto Clemente Award was not just an honor, but a confirmation that his impact transcended the boundaries of the baseball field. Tim understood that being a role model came with responsibility, and he embraced that mission with the same commitment he dedicated to his pitching. Wakefield also left a technical legacy that will influence baseball for generations. By proving that the knuckleball still had a place in the modern game, he opened doors for future pitchers who, like him, might not fit the traditional molds of velocity and strength. He demonstrated that there is room for creativity and boldness at the highest level of competition, inspiring young athletes to explore their own unique paths to success. His example lives on in every new player who dares to forge a different path. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And don't forget to leave your comment. In the end, Tim Wakefield will be remembered not just for his sporting achievements, but for the spirit with which he lived his career. He taught us the importance of fighting for our dreams, even when the path seems challenging, and of finding the strength to move forward even when the road is uncertain. His life is a celebration of perseverance, innovation, and generosity, values that go far beyond the limits of sports and have the power to inspire all of us, no matter our profession or passion. Just like the knuckleball, floating, unpredictable, and untamed, Tim Wakefield followed his own path, defying expectations and winning hearts. His story is an eternal reminder that greatness isn't reserved only for those who shine in conventional ways. It often belongs to those who dare to be different, who persist through adversity, and who leave behind a legacy of hope, inspiration, and love for what they do. Thank you, Tim Wakefield, for everything you represented. Your impact will be felt forever. Until our next journey, dear baseball-loving friends,